day, everyone. You're welcome to this week's Business and Investment Tips program, a production of RCCG Christ Church Radio with Dr. Ayodeji Ebo, an investment professional. This week, we focus on what you need to know about the Investment and Securities Act, ISA 2025. On March 29, 2025, President Bola Tinubu signed the Investment and Securities Act, ISA 2025, into law, replacing the 2007 version. This landmark update revises Nigeria's capital market regulations, reflecting nearly 2 decades of changes in the investment landscape, including the emergence of fintech, digital assets, enhanced investor protection, and growing global investment flows. The ISA is Nigeria's primary law regulating investments and the capital markets. Its purpose is to protect investors, promote fair and efficient markets, and build trust in the financial system. The 2025 Act updates these regulations to address current challenges, enhance oversight, combat fraud, and align Nigeria with global standards. Highlights of the ISA 2025. The ISA 2025 introduces significant updates to Nigeria's capital market framework. Key provisions include 1. Stronger regulation. The Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) now has expanded powers to regulate the market, enforce rules, and mitigate risks. As Nigeria's leading investment watchdog, the SEC can take decisive action to ensure fairness and transparency. Key changes include A. Enhanced enforcement capabilities with direct penalties for violation. B. The SEC now has authority over derivatives and commodity exchanges. C. Mergers and acquisitions involving public companies require SEC approval, replacing the FCCPC process. D. The SEC can appoint independent directors to the boards of public companies and place directors on probation for regulatory breaches. 2. Crack down on Ponzi schemes and unregulated investments. Ponzi schemes and unauthorized investment scams are explicitly prohibited, with severe penalties including imprisonment and substantial fines for offenders. This sends a clear message: fraud would not be tolerated. A Ponzi scheme is a type of scam that promises high returns on investments. However, it pays earlier investors using the money from new investors, rather than generating actual profits. This scheme may seem viable for a while, but ultimately collapses when there isn't enough money to pay everyone involved. Additionally, the ISA 2025 introduces stricter oversight of crowdfunding and foreign investment schemes that target Nigerian investors, along with enhanced protection for retail investors. This ensures that individuals do not fall victim to unregulated or deceptive financial products. 3. Recognition of digital assets. Cryptocurrencies and virtual assets are now classified as securities under SEC oversight. Platforms that deal in these assets must register and comply with regulations, bringing clarity to what was once a gray area. Digital assets are valuable items in digital form that can be owned, bought, sold, or traded online. Unlike physical assets, digital assets exist on computers, blockchains, or the internet and represent ownership or rights to something, with their value derived from their users. Examples of digital assets include cryptocurrencies, tokens, digital collectibles, and stablecoins. 4. Global transparency. The Act requires legal entity identifiers, LEIs, unique IDs for market participants to track transactions worldwide, enhancing openness and trust. An LEI is a 20-character global ID for businesses and organizations in financial transactions. It uniquely identifies entities such as companies and funds, similar to a passport number for the financial system. 5. Modernized markets. This provides Nigeria's capital market with a significant upgrade to keep pace with today's world. Modernizing markets refers to enhancing the systems, tools, and structures that enable buying and selling and managing investments. The new regulations will govern stock exchanges, clearinghouses, and state government fundraising. Additionally, the Investments and Securities Tribunal will be strengthened to resolve disputes more efficiently. What this means for investors and businesses. First, for retail and institutional investors. 1. Increased market security. With enhanced oversight from the SEC and clearer regulations, Nigerian investors can have greater confidence in the financial system. 2. Expanded investment opportunities. The acknowledgement of digital assets and foreign investment schemes under regulation means investors will have more regulated options to diversify their portfolios. 3. Improved legal protection. In the event of issues, e.g. a broker mismanaging funds, there are now more avenues for seeking redress and recovering losses. 4. Protection of unclaimed dividends. According to ISA 2025, any unclaimed dividends, earnings from stocks and shareholders that have not been collected must be transferred to a dedicated unclaimed dividend trust fund managed by the SEC. This measure ensures that these funds are securely held and protected from misuse. Therefore, even if you miss a payout, your earnings remain safe and can be reclaimed at any time. For businesses and market operators. 1. Clearer compliance standards. Companies involved in securities, commodities, and digital assets now have structured guidelines to follow. 2. New opportunities in fintech and crypto. Businesses in the digital finance sector have a clearer path to legitimacy, which could stimulate growth in fintech. 3. Enhanced global positioning. With Nigeria's market aligning with international regulations, businesses can attract more foreign investments. The ISA 2025 represents a significant reform that strengthens Nigeria's capital market, enhances investor protection, and makes the country a more attractive destination for both local and foreign investments. Whether you're an investor, a business owner, or part of the financial services industry, understanding these regulations is crucial for navigating Nigeria's evolving investment landscape. Thank you for listening. Please join us same time next week for another interesting and insightful session. For questions, comments, and feedback, kindly forward to ebo.ayodeji@gmail.com or send an SMS to 070-8246-3747. Stay blessed.